Learn AutoCAD the best way. Part 1.
Have you been looking for where to learn AutoCAD? You need to be taught step by step. And that's why you need to learn it the best way. And that's the essence of this video series. Learn AutoCAD the best way. You're in the right place. But before we continue, let's go right there to the tools. Let's look at our setup, okay? How are you going to set up your tools? The first is your laptop. That's the laptop, okay? Then after that, you have a keyboard here. If you're using a laptop, okay, you see that in most cases, you have a function key that you need to press before your F1 to F12 key will work. So to avoid that, you need to attach a keyboard to your laptop so that if you want to press F3 key for objects now, for example, you just go straight and press F3 key. When you'll be using AutoCAD, your right hand will be on the mouse, okay, while your left hand will be on the keyboard, ready to key in the command. And the fastest way of issuing commands using AutoCAD is through the keyboard. You don't need to be using the tools here. Secondly, you don't need all these tools on your work area. You need to hide them. You should memorize all the commands in your brain. They are the command aliases. When you use the command line, you don't need all this. You don't need all this. To remove this, just go to the Home tab, double click on it. You can see that, double click on it again. You have cleared all the tools. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't use something from there anymore. You can as well go there, anytime you want to go there, and choose whatever tool you want. But for you to have the maximum work area, you need to hide all these tools here, okay, on the ribbon. You have a greater area to work on like this, okay? So once you memorize the command aliases, you don't have problem. L for line, TR for train, okay? EX for extend, okay? LA for layer. There are so many, and they are not difficult at all. Once you use them all the time, you get used to them. The best way of issuing command and the fastest is through the command prompts, okay? So you hide all this so that, moreover, your work area will be bigger, okay? You have a bigger work area. So with your mouse like this, your hand is always on the mouse while your left hand is on the keyboard. You remember, your space bar is your enter. It's equivalent to the enter key, okay? For example, you want to press undo, you just press U enter. That's undo, okay? You want to zoom, just Z enter, okay? Like that. So, and most of the commands you're going to be entering, you are going to use command aliases, okay? A command alias is a shortened form of that command, okay? For example, L, you want to draw a line. Instead of using your mouse to go here and pick, before you click on the mouse, the person using the keyboard would have just pressed only L, enter. That is L, line. You will just click. So, as you use AutoCAD, you need the keyboard with your laptop. If you're using a desktop, no problem. You already just go ahead with the keyboard of your desktop. Then you can also have your hard disk here. This is the hard disk, okay, for your backup. If you watch one of my videos that is talking about how to avoid data loss part 3, okay, you're working on the hard disk here of your system. Meanwhile, as you're working continuously, your work is being backed up to your external hard disk, so you have no cause to lose data. If you actually want to be fast, this will not be fast enough. Okay, your mouse pad will not be fast enough. You use your mouse, external mouse, then connect an external keyboard, okay, to your laptop, and you're ready to go. I'll show you the scheme here in this first video, this part 1 of our video series. I'm going to show you how to set up your drawing, and from there, we go to part 2 until we get to the last topic, which is part 7, which is printing. Okay, so let's see. The first part, we're going to talk about how to set up your drawing. Setting up your drawing, okay? Now the first command is to save. The first command is to save. Whether you're using Microsoft Word document, Excel, PowerPoint, graphics packages, the first thing after opening a new file is to save the file. I open AutoCAD. Irrespective of the version you are using, they all end up giving you the same results, okay? So here, once you get here, this is the user interface. You click on New. Okay, this is the user interface, and you save the file. Before you do anything at all, you save the file, Control S on your keyboard. You browse your documents. It's your document already. Let me just create a folder for it. Let me call it AutoCAD. Please look at the name of AutoCAD. There is no space between the L and the C, and you have Auto, you have a capital letter, small letter, small letter, small letter, then the card is capital letters, okay? You have Auto Computer Aided Design. That's the meaning. So let's press enter. Open it. There's it. Here, enter the file name. Let me call it AutoCAD Part 1. Part 1. Okay? Click on save. Good. The file has been saved. I've saved our file. And when you go up, you will see the file name here. There's it. On the title bar, you see the file name. Good. Now we have saved our file, and that's the first step. After setting the units for your drawing, the next thing is to set the drawing limits. Okay? What you do is to look at the size of what you want to draw. Okay? You look at the width and the height of the object you want to draw, and you need to set your drawing limits. If, for example, you have an object that the width is, let's say, 500, a little bit close to 500, okay, and the height is, let's say, 400, okay, you're not looking at the unit attached to it now, the mm. Remove the unit first, take the object on its own. If it is, whether it's in kilometers, whether it's in inches, okay, and the height is, the maximum height is 400, and the width is 500, all you do is to set your drawing limits to what? To 500 by 400, okay? And how do you do that? You just go inside, go to your AutoCAD. You're going to be using your command prompt as we said, so we'll bring in the command line here. You speak to AutoCAD, it responds, okay? So you press Ctrl 9 to bring up the command line window here. That's it. Good. We are going to draw a rectangle that has the width 500 and the height 400. Okay? So what we do is to enter the rectangle command. Okay? You now just type ROEC. Okay? ROEC, enter. That is it. It speaks to you. It said specify first corner point. Okay? So the first corner point is, we want to start at this our axis here, the y-x, the xy axis here. That is your 0, 0 point. Okay? You can use anywhere. You can use any point anywhere. But let's use that. You just say 0. Okay? This is 0. Then you tab 0. You press enter. Okay? That's it. That's the beginning. Okay? Then it's saying specify other points. Okay? Then you now enter it. Let's say the width first, which is 500. Okay? You enter comma, okay? Then 400, that's the height. And you press enter. Your enter, mind you, your enter is what? Is your left thumb, okay? Striking the space bar. That's it. I've drawn it. I've drawn the rectangle that is 500 by width and height 400. To see your drawing, you zoom to the extent of your drawing. So you just type Z enter, E enter. You can see that. This is your drawing. This, what you're seeing here, this is 400, this is 500 by 400. Okay, so this is your object. So you can now start drawing inside here. The essence is that as a beginner, when you draw, you are tempted to draw objects and they will just vanish. You won't see them anymore. Okay, they will just vanish. So it's good you start your drawing by setting an extent for your drawing. Okay, it helps you a lot. By the time you be printing, you just select the angles of this rectangle. You just pick the 2 points, and that's your print area. Okay, this is how to use AutoCAD in a standard form. Open your drawing, choose your units, set your drawing limits. Okay, let's go to the next step. The next step is what? It's to zoom extent, which is what we have just done. You see, zoom, Z, enter, E, enter. Okay, that's it. Then let's go. The next step is to create layers. You want a standard drawing. Why do you create layers? Layers will help you organize your drawings, okay? You have about at least 3 layers are okay, minimum. You have the construction lines, you have the body, okay, of your drawing, and you have the dimensions. You may have the hatching, you have rendering, okay, and so on. So many other layers may come in. That when you draw on a given layer, you can easily work on your drawing by removing those layers that you're not working on, okay? So let's choose layers now. Good. While here, we're in AutoCAD environment, you just type LA, enter. LA, that's layer. Okay, this layer. This is the layer palette. Okay, this layer palette here. Then you click on this first one here, this new layer. Click on it. Okay, the first layer I'm going to create is construction lines, and I call it XL. You press enter. Okay, then create the next layer, which is body. Okay, press enter. Create the next layer. I call it dimensions. Okay, press enter. Good. Now you have created the 3 layers we're going to use. I'll close it here. Okay, then come back and you make the construction line layer the default, the current layer. You open here, you always open here, this Excel construction line. So you're going to draw construction lines. Okay, we'll come into that later, but we're just starting. I'm just introducing into it. Meanwhile, as a beginner, you can still leave all these ones. Okay, can you leave them? But as you improve in your knowledge of AutoCAD, you can easily remove this. You go to the Home tab here. Okay, just double click on it. Okay, you still want to use this? You can use out of this. You can double click to remove it completely. You can see that. Okay, so but for now you can leave it. Double click to bring it up. Okay. Double click. That's it. Okay. So these are your tools. Okay. First of all, let me just introduce the user interface to you. You have the Home tab where you have most of the commands. Okay, they are here. You have this layer here. Okay, from here you choose layers. You work on layers. Okay. If you draw everything on one layer, it's not good. But even if you make the mistake of drawing on a given layer, you can as well come here and change your objects to different layers. Okay, we'll do that one later when we'll be treating layers. So this is this insert. Okay, the insert tab of the ribbon. This annotate. Annotate is where you dimension your drawing. Okay, this view and so on. Most of the common tools you'll be using, they are under this Home tab. So with this, we have created the layers. Okay, first of all, I said make the construction lines the current layer. Draw construction lines. Let's draw construction lines now. Draw construction lines. Now you want to draw a construction line, gives you a basis, okay, a reference point. So you just type XL, and you enter. That's it. After that, can you see that? Can you see that? See horizontal, vertical, angular. So you enter H. H for horizontal, just H, and you enter. You can see that. So you drop it. You can drop it. I can drop it anywhere. I want to drop it here, but I want it to be. I can drop it anywhere. Yes. So I want to drop it. I'll just click. That's it. Okay. That's your construction line. You can drop that point at which you are gripping it. You can drop it anywhere. So by the time we'll be drawing our shapes, okay, we'll be drawing our shapes. I will show you how to drop your construction lines. Okay. With that, we have. Can you see? These are construction lines. To end the command, press enter key. Okay, that's it. I've ended that. After that, we draw vertical construction lines. This is the horizontal one. Let's draw the vertical one. You can repeat the same command. You can right click like this, okay, and say repeat X line. That's it. This time, vertical. So you press V, enter. Can you see that? You drop it. That's it. I've dropped it. I need only one. I'll press my escape key also to exit the command. I want to move this. That's it. I'll just press the grip point. I'll move it like that. We're okay like this. So with this, I've created construction lines. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my construction lines. They will help you by the time you start drawing. You remember it's a layer. So after that, let's go. Can you see that? Set the current layer. Okay. After that, set the current layer to body. Start drawing using the construction lines as guide or reference point. Okay, this is going to be the last step for this part. Let me go back. So we should set the layer to what? The current layer to body. So you just open here, okay, and choose body. That's all. So you can now start drawing your objects. Okay, start drawing your objects. Whatever you want to draw, you go here and you set that layer to the current layer. Make it this current layer and you start drawing. Step 1, select the units to be used. Step 2, you set the drawing limits. Okay, then after that, you now create layers. After creating layers, then you draw your construction lines and you start drawing the body completely. In our next video, we're going to see drawing common shapes. This is it. Okay, these are some common shapes we're going to learn to draw. Okay, you can see that the common shapes. We're going to draw these ones. See that the common shapes we're going to draw. Let me go back. Let me go back. Good. Then after that, let me just show you a preview of everything we're going to do in this course. After that, the next thing is object manipulation. Can you see that? Okay. In object manipulation, how to use the grip, okay, to toggle between stretch, move, rotate, scale, mirror, and so on. Okay. Then we are going to learn how to use all these commands. Can you see them? Stretch, just S. Trim, TR. Fillet, just F, okay? So these are the commands we're going to be using. Instead of using the mouse to pick those tools, we just enter on our keyboard and off we go. After that, inquiry commands, okay? Here we're going to learn how to list, okay, the properties, the measure, geom, and so on, okay? You know the length of an object you have drawn. You want to know how long it is, okay? You want to know the layer to which it belongs, and so on. Then after that, we have dimension. Dimension are drawings. Okay, how to set the dimensions layer as current. Okay, you know we have created it before. Then you create dimension styles and you start drawing. After that, talk about printing. How you send your work to printer. How to prepare your work for printing. Okay, that's it. So with this, it's going to be an interesting journey. Okay, just make sure as you finish this, make sure you share this video. Okay, subscribe. Okay, and at the same time, I want to see your comments. Okay, and at the end, you'll see that you're going to have a very solid foundation in AutoCAD. Thank you for watching. And secondly, I want you to go and get one of my books. The book is called Practical Computer Knowledge for All Students. Okay, with that book, you're going to learn Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, video editing. Okay, you have animation. A lot of things are there. As a student, you need that book. Okay, you need that book. Just visit my website and get a copy of that book. Thank you for watching.